Um, it's not happening for Real Madrid, man. It's not happening for Real Madrid, and you cannot escape what people are gonna be saying. Do they miss Cristiano? Do they miss Cristiano? Do they miss Cristiano? That's a whole long-winded thing to go into right now. But I think with relation to this game, Real Madrid could have and maybe should have won the game. I think Atletico dominated in the earlier parts. I think Lemma is getting a lot better. And look, this is my thing with Griezmann. Griezmann is tier three. Griezmann, the reason why Griezmann is tier three is because of that one-on-one they had. You've got to score that. If you're tier two, forget about tier one, because he's never stayed tier one. If you're tier two, you score that. Like the way he took that, because Kota didn't really save it, he just made himself big, which is still good, but he made himself big. But for Griezmann, you've got to score that, because if you score that, it really puts you in a very good position to win the game, because Real now have to come out even more. But I think for Atletico, they played very well. They dominated, but I think they then lost their way in the game, and then went back to Real Madrid. And for Real, they had opportunities. Asensio still needs to improve. He is still a bit raw. The guy is very talented, but just that his decision making and his execution in key places just needs to improve. And I think 2-3 years time, you probably see him score maybe one or two goals in this game, because he should have scored one or two goals, but he just didn't have that knack. And I think that you just get with my maturity. Benzema, what can we say, man? It began well. It was hopeful, but he's lost his way. But I think with Real Madrid, you're just looking at you have to be fair. Cristiano, in some of those instances that they created, those scenarios that they created, Cristiano maybe somehow finds the net. But you put into one side, Real had to buy someone. They didn't buy anybody. They had to buy a big name player. Whether it's Lewandowski, whether it's Aguero, Mbappe, Neymar, Hazard, they had to buy a big time player. You can't just go into a new season without replacing what Cristiano is. Maybe you won't replace his goals, but you may bring somebody that brings in better play, better dribbling, better influence over a game that can lead 2 goals and add more assists. But if you don't replace it with anything, then I don't know what you're going to do. So at 0-0, when La Liga is opening up, Barcelona again and drawing 1-0, it's like Real and Atletico, you're given an opportunity, because I'm looking at Barcelona right now and they look a bit shaky. I still think that they should win it, but they're looking a bit shaky, especially when you know that Umtiti has gotten injured and they've got a break in Piqué. So for Atletico and Real Madrid, if you want to win the La Liga this season, you better get your act up and start being consistent and literally try and winning games, because I'm looking at Barcelona that they're not going to drop too many more points, but they will. So when they do, they've got to be in there to really capitalize once that happens, man. And yeah, for Madrid here, man, they're definitely missing something. They're definitely missing something. Although Atletico, I thought Jimenez and Godin, they defended very well, as did Ramos and Varane as well. I thought defensively they did well. Why wasn't Marcelo playing? So yeah.